potentially talk to the audience, and now we're live. Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique, and today... ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for another Kickstarter critique, and today I'm very excited to be checking out Everboard, the board game players meeting place. So, this is one that really intrigued me because I've thought of this idea before, and I think it's a brilliant idea for board games. Like, just a really nitty-gritty, like Plenty of Fish or Tinder-style board game app where it takes your location and maybe you enter in your collection and specifically what you want. And what I mean by that is, okay, some people, like if you just said, oh, we got a game of Twilight Imperium, we do a pickup game every Saturday, people would be down. There are people in your community. There's someone 6 houses away. There's a little old lady 6 houses away who would be like, booyah, baby, every Saturday, not missing that. And I think if there was an app that could bring that together, like where you could sort by how knowledgeable someone is about the game, or larger player count games, or games like Werewolf, or Blood on the Clock Tower, or Twilight Struggle. It doesn't have to be a big group game. I think there is absolutely a potential niche in the market for that. Maybe this is it. Now, I will say it does not look good already. $137,000. Wow, so that's how much they want, and it's their first created, and he looks like he might be in high school. And I'm not trying to say that in like a really negative way. You know what? That did come off negative. Because here's the thing. If he developed... You know what? I take that back. That was very ageist of me. Because, I mean, look at Mark Zuckerberg. Look at all these other billion-dollar tech entrepreneurs. Shouldn't be saying that, but still, first created in itself scares me off a little bit. But you know what? No, I should be saying this. It's an ageist thing for me to say what I said, but I still think a large portion of people would do the exact same thing, and that immediately turns them off from this potential project. So I would totally go with, like, your logo, whatever that may be. Unless you're trying to lean into the fact that you're young. But anywho, we're getting totally off topic. Let's watch this video.
Hello, my name is Jared, and I would like to introduce Everboard. Everboard is a unique place where all board game players in town gather. It is a place where you announce what board game you would like to play. Interested players will answer your call and meet with you in the real world to play your favorite board game and have a really good time together. Thanks to Everboard, you will breathe new life into your good old games again. You will find new friends and see that nothing connects people like a common passion. And one more round playing a board game. Everboard, the board game players meeting place.
Okay, that looks like a great app for me to take my kids so they can go play board games with other kids. That's the vibe that I got. I thought that was a great video. I liked that video. I thought it was incredibly well done. But at least for me personally, I didn't get the vibe. Hey, Vale. I did not get the vibe of adult, hardcore, war gamer. Let's sit down. Let's play Root. Let's play Twilight Imperium. Let's get... Or, you know, I got more of the Ticket to Ride. Or, like I said, hey, let's get some kids together and hang out as adults and play board games. Well, you know, I got a different vibe. Also, that's a tough sell during a pandemic. Absolutely. That's another point that I think I probably would have got to, but thanks for bringing it up as well, man. Yeah. I don't, this is going to be a real hard sell where it's like, hey, meet total strangers and play board games about 4 inches from them, you know, cough, sneeze across the table and touch the same dice and components. And, yeah, that's going to be a real hard sell right now, not to mention $137,000. Oh my gosh. I don't, like, there could be the cure for sickle cell anemia in this story down here, and I don't think this would get funded because that is such a huge barrier to get over already. Just people do not want to meet strangers right now. Wow. Okay, so We love to play board games, probably just like you, smiley face. Every time we are about to play a board game, we have this funny, warm, and fuzzy feeling of how this game may go. Do you feel the same? Yes, I do. If so, we share the same passion, and you definitely should read further. That was the plan. You don't need to butter me up. Board gaming is that kind of activity that you can't get enough of easily. If you find a game that suits you, you can't just stop looking for another opportunity to play and then play again just one more time, or maybe one more time than that. Yes, we know that's how it works. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, get to the app, please. I understand you're a gamer, but there is a dark side to every board gamer's life. I love the story. I love the narrative they're weaving here. They have some really cool ideas. We know exactly how it feels. That excitement about your new board game, and that moment when your board partner, friend, family member says, "No, that's enough. I don't want to play it anymore." Oh. Those are some of the saddest moments when it's just like, oh, you don't want to play Elysium anymore? Oh, you think you're done with Root? You know, oh, those moments are the worst. Yeah, when games start getting vetoed a little bit more on game night and they're like your favorites. Thankfully, there is one clever solution to that. That is where our idea comes in handy. We would like to create a unique, dedicated tool to find other board game enthusiasts easily, to find board game players online, or to meet and play with them in the real world. This is a lot of text. I'm reading a lot of text here. Not a big fan of how much text I'm having to go through, especially when a lot of it feels like potentially unnecessary flavor-esque text. Let me know what you think about that. The Everboard, the board game players meeting place. Yes, this is what I want to see. I want to see the app. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see the interface. I want to see the features. I don't need you to sell me about how you personally are a board gamer. I assume if you have designed this app, you are a board gamer. I mean, you've devoted a lot of time and effort to this. I already assume that. You don't have to grease me up. Just show me the interface. Show me how easy it is to use. Show me if it's going to have that really cool, unique feature that I specifically would want, that I would never think anybody would want. Like a specific werewolf howl. It's a button you hit, and it's like it's like a certain button to be like, is anyone down to play werewolf in the next 3 hours in the 20-mile radius? Because I guarantee you, especially, well, maybe not with COVID, but post-COVID, people would go gaga. How many people are sitting at home on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, just a routine night, and they would love to go play werewolf? And this app could potentially be the kind of thing that brings people that experience, but you're not showing me that yet. Nothing you've shown me has really convinced me that this is something that I need to invest money into. But let's keep going. Join board game meetings created by the players in your area. Search by game, date of the meeting, or distance to the player. Okay. This sounds a little bit like Meetup to me. At this point, like Meetup plus the distance to the player. But I mean, yeah, even the distance to the player is probably something you get on Meetup too. It's not wowing me at the moment. Let me know. Is it wowing you at this exact moment? Choose a game you want to play, day, time, and place that suits you, and publish your own meeting offer. Invite all players in the neighborhood, connect with new players, and have fun playing your favorite board games one more time. I like this. Okay, so there we go. Dixit, no expansions, accessibility public, day 7. See, so I like this. I like this a lot. And I hope that this sort of thing has maybe like a chat feature on it as well. Like when you join into that group, you can start chatting and be like, hey, I got the expansions. I'll make sure to bring the expansions. And people be like, oh, cool, I'll bring Chip. And all of a sudden you got like this little tiny bubble you've created that is all about board games and all about board gamers connecting with each other, which is what we all really want. That's why we play board games, for the most part, is to connect with other people. Every time I buy a box, I am hoping that this is going to connect me with another member of the human race and bring us closer together. Doesn't matter what the game is. It might be a terrible game. You might go into it knowing it's an absolutely god-awful game, but you say, we're going to have this fun experience. It's going to be like those bad movies that are fun to watch. And I love what you're trying to do here. I just don't know if I'm convinced yet. But that is cool. That is cool. I'd like to see more. I want to see a video. Our mission is to provide the best possible experience of finding other board game players. The Everboard app is not another online board game playing platform. The Everboard app is a mobile app. Yeah, I don't think anybody... Okay, here we go! Here we go! Yes, this is what I want! Why did it take so long to get to this? Explore the exciting world of board games. All games. 3 expansions. Board Game Encyclopedia, that one's misspelled there. Detailed information about the most popular board games and their expansions. This looks like cool. Cool. Board Game Meetings Creator. Choose a game that you want to play, date, time, and place that suit you, then publish your meeting offer and invite all players in the neighborhood. Isn't that pretty much what you already just showed me up there? Board Game Meeting Organizer. Join board game meetings created by other players. Ooh, you can rate people. Oh, boy, howdy. You can rate people. I both love and hate that idea. Let's see. I think the idea is fantastic. The problem is these things depend on many others taking part, which may be the problem. Yeah, I agree. Sounds like it's going to be a slow start with a possible flop or win at the end. Yeah, this is definitely one of those ones where it's all about getting a larger user base. If you were going to get this sort of thing off the ground, I think you would have to have companies supporting you first and foremost. And I don't think it would necessarily be terribly difficult. What if you just reached out to, like, say, some of the companies that get a lot of their games into mass market stores? You reach out to, say, Blue Orange Games. You reach out to Big Potato Games. You reach out to companies like that and say, what kind of partnership could we potentially bring to the table here, and where you guys would maybe be helping me get this pushed through. I think I feel like, I don't know what path that would lead to, but I think like that's really the key here, is that you're gonna have to get enough people knowing about your service. Like, if you can be like, hey, I will pay for you to print out these little sheets, and they will say, hey, wanna be able to connect with people in your gaming area? Download this app, and it will be in every Blue Orange game, or every Big Potato game, or every Ravensburger game. And maybe you talk to them and you say, hey, what would it cost us to do this, or what could we do? What could we spotlight your specific games on this app, or something like that? You scratch my back, I scratch your back. I feel like that's the best way to make something like this really happen, because I think it's a spectacular idea. But, back to rating people. I got some comments. Let's check it out. That's dangerous territory. Oh, yes, the rating people. Let's get back to that, because this is, it's already, like, part of it's like, I feel like that's a huge turnoff to a lot of people. I honestly feel like that is going to be the kiss of death for this app for a large group of people. Now, not me personally, but here's the thing, everybody be on their best behavior then, in theory. But then how many people would just be like, no, I can't deal with that kind of social anxiety? Because I've noticed that a lot of people in the board game hobby have some sort of social anxiety issues, And I'm not saying that in a negative way, just in a matter of fact, I've kind of noticed it seems more prevalent here than maybe in my teaching days. When I was working with a lot of teachers, it just seems like it's a slightly higher. But adding that, like, if you got a 1 star, like, imagine your first 1-star rating, and you're like, who the hell rated me 1 star? Who did it? And then it would just, I could see it consuming people. It'd be like, was it you, Lucy? Lucy, you took me 1 star. Like, I don't think I like it. I personally like it because I love chaos, but from a marketing standpoint and a Kickstarter standpoint, I don't like it because I think it's going to turn so many people's off. But I do like the idea of keeping track of stats. There's too much of negative aspects of the rating. Yeah, and people play board games to get away from negativity. I think, yeah. I think that's definitely got to go. But keeping track of stats, that'd be cool. Like, imagine being like, this is the 10th time that you have crossed paths or played games with someone. Or maybe be like, you were at the same event 3 times and have never played a game with this person. Would you like to? Like those sort of statistics would be crazy awesome. Like, get some of those really genius people who, like, made the math trades possible. Have you ever done the Board Game Geek math trades? It's just mind-boggling how they work. But get those people and, like, start forming all sorts of connections. Like, you have lived, here's the closest gamer in your neighborhood that you've never played with. Would you like to play with them? Like, stuff like that. All sorts of cool stuff. Let's say you win a game and the rest of the group is angry about it and rates you poorly. How do you defend yourself or refuse a rating? Yeah, that's a spectacular point. But dear God, I think you need a different gaming group if you beat everyone and they 1-starred you. That is so petty. Okay, let's see. We haven't even looked at the price, but I love a lot of what they got on here. Board Game Player Finder. Have you played them all? So yeah, cool stats like this. I'm all about that. How to meet players using Everboard. Super simple. Launch the app. Yeah, we can probably figure that out. Your support. But we need you to help speed everything. So pledge rewards. Oh, so it's all in-app features, it looks like. So this is going to be a premium feature, I would imagine. Stretch goals. There's just so much text, man. You got to get more pictures. Got to get more pictures. There's none for now. I mean, especially if you're designing an app, and I know you make a lot of different pictures and GIFs and stuff like that. Like, come on. It's just got to be more here. Oh, let's check out the price. Let's get out of here. The Everboard app for iOS, Android, PC, $2. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's it. That's okay. So that's going to be, so there's your play. Because if you actually got your funding goal and you got, what would that be, 68,000 people to sign up for it on day one, that's a good number. You got to realize, overwhelming majority of those people are probably in the United States of America. Let's just say, tentatively, I don't know, 40,000. Let's just be safe. Say 40,000. 40,000 people across the United States, that's a decent chunk of people. And that's the kind of thing where that could be the snowball that starts it down a hill. So I see what they're trying to do here by having that $2 price point. But, man, it's going to be real hard to convince 60,000 backers to do it. Especially, you got 2 comments. This would have to be the most exciting Kickstarter campaign. There would have to be bells and whistles and new features announced every single day. We're partnering with these people. We're partnering with those people. This is going to be this. We're going to have highlighted games. We're going to have this. We're going to have these features. We want all of your features right now. This is essentially, this is the blind play testing phase. We will give you the app tomorrow for you to break for us so we can make it great. And all of a sudden, you got interest in this. You got buzz in this. But once again, maybe you don't because of Corona. This is just one that you might have to consider shelving for a different time in our history. Oh, yeah. I think Van was totally nailed it on the head there. It really comes back down to just, hey, here's an app that helps you meet strangers and get really close with them. But still, I like the idea of a board gaming app, and I like a lot of the bones on this particular idea. I hope that this isn't like a discouraging thing and they come back, retool this. Because I think we can safely say it's probably not going to hit the $137,000 more it needs. But there you go. That was today's Kickstarter Critique. Everboard, the board game players meeting place. Couple show notes. Tomorrow we're doing some tech stuff. Very excited about that. That will still be at 2 o'clock. And if you ever want to see something specific done, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. And now I will click stop stream.